can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
The Heat leading by 4. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. McDaniels is out there with Montejunas, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Harden with the stop.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
It's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. What you go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Smith checked in for Montejunas. Brewer comes in for McDaniels. Goudlock's checked in for James Harden. And it's Tarian for Patrick Beverly. Passes it to Goudlock. And taken away by Johnson. Now here's Richardson. D right on him. Stolen by Terry. And Goudlock with a clear pass to the hoop. That evens the score. Goudlock's got his first points of the game.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Capella dishes to Brewer. Capella kicks to Terry. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
There's Winslow. Makes it off the glass. Winslow's got 6. And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Miami, Green, he's checked in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Johnson. Harden left side. Misses the wing J.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That is his first foul of the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's picked off.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say.
Here's Goudlock. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Goudlock's got the game tied up here for Houston. And it's Wade penetrating. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys. And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
The feet to Whiteside. Looks for Bosch, gets it to him, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bosch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Harden has a wide open look. Again, the miss by Harden.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And he gets it to go. Harden's got 6 points.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And the Heat call time here. Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. He reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Capella. Beasley comes in for Smith. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Andrew Godlock. The Heat also changing it up. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Dang comes in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Green.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line.
Bosch with the bucket.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Harden the pass to Beasley. Off on the layup. The Heat leading by 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Bosch, that's for 2. Beasley with the rebound.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
8 seconds left in the first half. Howard with this screen on Bosch. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Heat lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
You know, Bosch is playing really well. 12 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Chris Bosch in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. And it's Dragic in the point guard. Now here's Bosch. Shot clock at 6. Off target from outside.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Here's Wade. He's got 7. That one goes. Count it. 14 points for Chris Bosh.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Harden with it. Wade picks him up. Beasley sets a screen for Harden. To the paint. Stolen by Bosh. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Wade's got 9.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
There we go, fans. Keep it going.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Beasley with a screen on Dragic. And Beverly kicks to Howard. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 8 points for him.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Houston making a switch. Monty Eunice is checked in. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Whiteside. Good D by Ariza. Rockets trailed by 3. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
And here's Beverly after the three-pointer from Joe Johnson. It's Harden with the drive. Beverly wide open. Offensive rebound. Jacks up a 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Beverly's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Whiteside a screen on Harden. Wade dishes to Dragic. Whiteside. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Heat lead by 5.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road. Will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
Miami leading by 5. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Timeout called the Heat.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
For the Rockets, Smith comes in for Monty Eunice, and it's McDaniels in for James Harden. And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for Joe Johnson. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Howard. powered down after the assist led him into the lane.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Pass to Bosch. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. 18 points for Chris Bosch.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Now here's Ariza following the miss by Chris Bosch. Screen by Smith. McDaniels passes to Smith, and he gets it to go.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Beasley in for Trevor Ariza. And then for Miami, Winslow's checked in for Dan. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. Capella dishes to Terry. And it's all evened up. Terry's got his first bucket in this one.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And stolen by Richardson. There's Winslow. No good trying to beat the buzzer. It's a tie game here in Houston. Don't go anywhere. The fun. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Terry and Harden are the 1 and 2. Montiunas up there with Beasley. And it's Capella in the center position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Harden outside. Stolen by Winslow. Pass to Richardson. Can't hit. So Houston will take it the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backcourt.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country. But now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, he's bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Thanks, Doris.
And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple of years ago. Arrow seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly.
And that one's good.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Rockets call timeout.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And for last season, it was really just a victory for Beasley to get back in the league. I mean, did not start the season on any team. No doubt he has the skills, but something needs to happen for him in order to stay.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
The Rockets making a switch here. Goudlock is checked in. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Ariza. Beverly the pass to Goudlock. And there's the call on Bosch. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Howard kicks to Goudlock. The Rockets again can't hit. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Harden inside the three-point line. The Rockets with another miss. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads. Teams to having success.
Take a look at what Harden's been doing. He's got 8 points and 1 steal.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Rockets trail. It's Harden with the drive. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Goudlock. And that's now 11 points for Ariza.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
From about 19 feet. And another basket for Miami.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Harden dishes to Goudlock. And Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Goudlock. It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Ariza's got the game tied up here for Houston. The drive by Wade. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he gives them the lead with that basket there. That's his trademark, folks, exploding to get to the rim.
Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Ariza. Uncovered. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Here's Whiteside. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now it's Tang running. Here we go. All the way. Yes!
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Wade outside. He kicks it to Whiteside. Cannot hit. Excellent D there from Beasley. Inside. Here's Ariza.
Big bucket. You got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open three.
And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Jason Terry is checked in for the Rockets. And then for Miami, Johnson comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic.
Wade. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for the Rockets Power Dancers!
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Richardson.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead.
At the line for your Rockets.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
That is delivering in the clutch. Just one more stop is all they need.
Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Brewer is checked in for Jason Terry.
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 1. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
Beasley kicks to Brewer. He feeds it to Harden. Beasley, the pass to Harden. Oh, missed it. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ariza. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.